What you're looking at is not just heavy equipment, it is one of the largest moving steel systems ever built to tear open the earth. A machine in this class can stretch more than 700 feet long, longer than 2 football fields placed end to end. From the ground, its height is almost impossible to judge. Some of these machines rise over 300 feet into the air. Its weight is even harder to imagine. The largest machines in this class can exceed 13,000 tons of steel and machinery. It does not move fast, in fact. It may crawl only a few meters per minute, but nothing about that movement feels weak. The danger comes from slow pressure, because every inch forward carries a machine heavy enough to make the ground feel fragile. At the front, the bucket wheel is the heart of the system, a rotating cutting head that can be over 70 feet across. That wheel can carry around 18 massive buckets, each one built to bite into the earth and lift raw material continuously. Every rotation is part of a larger rhythm, cutting, lifting, dumping, and feeding material into the machine without wasting motion. In a single day, machines like this can move enough material to reshape an entire section of an open pit mine. Some of the largest bucket wheel excavators are rated around 240,000 cubic meters per day, a number that barely feels real. To power this monster, the machine can require more than 16 megawatts of electricity, enough energy to make every movement feel industrial. At the center, the rotating base carries the entire upper structure, allowing this massive body to turn with controlled mechanical precision. Below it, multiple crawler track assemblies spread the weight across the ground, so the machine does not simply sink into the mine. Those crawler tracks are not built for speed, they are built to keep thousands of tons moving across broken earth. From the side, this machine looks less like a vehicle, and more like a steel bridge crawling through the landscape. The long front boom reaches into the digging face, while the rear structure balances the weight like part of one giant body. There is no explosion, no sudden impact, just a controlled system that removes the land layer by layer. Hour after hour. By the time this machine finishes one section, the mine no longer has the same shape, the landscape has been physically rewritten. And this is only the first stage. Once the machine tears the material free, the next giant must carry it away. The giant excavator has torn raw material from the earth, but now another machine has to carry that impossible weight away. This is where the mining truck enters the operation, not built for speed, but built to move hundreds of tons in a single trip. Some of the largest mining trucks can carry around 360 tons of material, more weight than most machines could ever survive. Fully loaded, a truck in this class can push past 600 tons, turning every movement into a test of power and control. Even before it carries anything, the truck itself can weigh well over 200 tons, like a building placed on wheels. Its tires alone look unreal. Some mining tires stand over 13 feet tall and weigh more than 5 tons each. And those tires are not cheap. One giant mining tire can cost tens of thousands of dollars before it ever touches the ground. When the truck rolls forward, every tire carries crushing pressure, spreading the load across dirt, rock, and broken mining roads. The truck itself can be worth millions of dollars, because every part is built to survive heat, dust, weight, and non-stop abuse. Its engine can produce thousands of horsepower, not to race across the mine, but to move a mountain one load at a time. From the side, the scale becomes shocking. The bed rises like a steel wall, packed with raw ore from the excavation zone. The driver sits high above the ground, controlling a machine so large that normal roads would never be able to hold it. This truck does not simply transport rock, it connects the giant excavator behind it to the crushing system waiting ahead. Every loaded trip matters, because if one hauled truck stops, the entire flow of the mining operation begins to slow down. Across the haul road, the machine moves with heavy precision, carrying raw ore through dust, pressure, and dangerous terrain. The load in its bed is not just loose rock, it is the first stage of a much larger industrial process. As it climbs away from the pit, the truck carries more than ore, it carries the next stage of the entire production chain. At the end of this road, the load will enter the crushing plant, where massive rocks are broken down for the next process. The giant mining truck has carried the raw ore across the pit, and now the load reaches the next stage of the operation. Ahead of it stands the ore crusher plant, a steel system built to receive massive rock and break it into controlled material. Before the truck begins unloading, the plant is already waiting, with a massive hopper designed to absorb impact from tons of raw ore. The truck lifts its bed slowly, and the raw ore falls into the hopper like a heavy wall of stone collapsing. From there, the material moves into the crushing system, where pressure, vibration, and steel begin to break the rock apart. From the excavator, to the truck, to this crushing plant, the mountain has entered a chain built to tear it down piece by piece.